Okay, I finally realized that some of my titles may have been confusing, so I apologize for that. From now on, unless the video is about a very specific thing, I'm just going to use the standard Let's Play, because there's no promises about what's happening. It's just playing the game, and you can either watch it or not watch it. If you hate my voice, don't watch it. If you love my voice, watch it. If you just love the game, period, then watch it. But either way, from here on out, all of these videos will be called Let's Play unless I'm focusing on one quest or one feature, and those will be short. These will be long, and it's probably best just to avoid them because they're really long, usually. Anyway, let's see what we're doing here. Refresh. There we go. Let's Play number 22. Let's see how we do today. Yes. 2006, I would like to do exactly what I just said for you to do. I think the icons here are slightly smaller than the ones in Oblivion original release, but not by much. It would be nice to be able to have the option of making the icons smaller and or editing the UI. Like a UI edit feature, like let me move this over here, let me move that over there, and so forth. So I am going to track FPS for a little bit because I am making some adjustments to the way the game is being calculated. And let me change something here right away. This is way too bright. I was doing something, I forget what I was doing. Wait, brightness intensity of -1? How is it still so bright? That's really weird. On my monitor, it's super bright. I guess I can just turn the HDR, the fake HDR mode off, and it'll make it look like it's looking on my capture screen over on the right. If I pull this over, you can see. I guess that doesn't really help much, but you can see it's, for me, it's, as I see it, it's, you know, it's matching up. But when I put this over here on the right, oh God, I hate when it changes the size of everything when I do that. Obviously when I click the buttons on the monitor, this screen gets brighter, but the other one doesn't, and the actual recording doesn't, so I do like it darker, so I'll just do that. You can't see what I just did, but I made it so the screen isn't like super bright. Again, I'll wait until daytime for that, probably. Let's level up this guy some more. So I've figured out a few things, thinking about it. Obviously, this kind of experimental play is not for everyone. It might not even be for me. I might decide this is really annoying and I hate it, and I'll just play normally. Whoops, I'm trying to edit the panels in OBS and it's being weird. Because when I move it over to this screen, it messes everything up. Okay, now they look good. So, it may ultimately be a pointless endeavor to try to level as an armorless character that is in Adept. Adept might even be too challenging for an armorless character that only focuses on leveling up certain skills, just because it's kind of a weird little challenge that I like to do sometimes. Just, it lets me learn some things about the game that I otherwise would not learn. I'm forced to think in certain ways and experiment in certain ways that teach me the limits of certain things that you wouldn't hit otherwise. Like how quickly you can level just by using your minor skills. Like I haven't used any of my major skills, I think, at all. Let me look here. 25, 25, 30, 25, 25. Nope. Not even one little bit have I used any of my major skills. And yet I'm already level 7. That's crazy to me. That's absolutely insane. So to do that, I've leveled up Conjuration. I've leveled up Marksman. I've leveled up Sneak, 1 point in Mercantile, and 4 in Speechcraft. And I've already gotten to level 7. Oh, and 1 in Armorer, because I had to repair a bow, right? That bound bow. This is just really weird to me. I wasn't expecting to level this quickly just through those few minor skills. It seems wrong to me. It seems like a violation of the way the scaling should work. Like, I can see how if you're using major skills, how you should level up more quickly. Like, I would expect this amount of leveling from major skills, not minor skills. My hope is that as you go higher in a skill, it contributes less and less towards the experience, but I don't know, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I could look that up. You see, uesp.net, see if anyone else has done the math on this. Leveling. Yes, okay. Increase level much faster than minor skills, making the fastest way to level up. I don't know about that. I'm getting some pretty fast leveling up using minor skills. I was expecting much less than I'm getting, which is why I'm sort of disappointed in this approach. Okay. Yes, this is very good, so you don't need to buy up endurance at the beginning, like you used to have to do in order for your health to be maxed. It used to be that you would have to level up endurance all the way to 100 before thinking about health, or before strength, and no longer the case. You can level up endurance last if you want to. Doesn't make any difference. Doesn't matter the order of leveling any of these except for, any of these except for luck, which you can only do once per level. I suppose if you wanted to avoid the thief, you know, I always say, you know, the thief is the best sign, and it sort of is. If you discounting all other things, it's the only way to get your base luck to 100, right? Otherwise you can't do it. Well, you can do it, I guess, using enchantments, so there's always that. Like, you can find an item that gives you plus 5 luck, or plus 10 luck, or plus 15 luck, and that's a way to sort of not have to get the thief. So, yeah, okay, I'll take that back. Because I was thinking about it and thinking about, like, enchanted items, and it's like, yeah, that's true. Let's see here. But I like having the thief because it not only gives me luck, it also gives me speed and, what is it, agility? Hey, Zeke. Speed. Yeah, and agility, right. Which is good for a sneaky marksman / dagger build, if you wanted to do daggers. Plus, agility is just good for every build. It's just, there's nothing bad about agility. It works for everything. Let's see here. I wish they would sort of translate everything over already. It'd be nice to see like a full copy over of the Oblivion pages. I know someone has to do it, and I'm not going to do it, so I don't relish the person that decides that they want to do that. That would be a lot of work, right? Because you'd have to go through everything and say, basically call out and say, this is tentative, we're waiting for confirmation, you know, and that's just, maybe someone read a script to copy all those pages over, but, you know, people that are far more dedicated at maintaining this than I am, which, you know, I never have. So, hats off to you guys, whoever do this, guys and gals. Okay, so agility. Okay, yeah, agility is really good. Chance to avoid being staggered by enemy attacks, so that's useful even in melee. Damage delivered by bows, of course, so I need to actually level up my agility more for that. Fatigue, yeah, all these major things affect your fatigue level, or how much your maximum fatigue. Let's see here, yep. Thief. So this is good to know. Increasing agility past 100 increases your fatigue and decreases your chance of being staggered. So that's another reason to have the thief, is because you can actually get to 110 natively without using any enchantments on gear, or without using any, you know, fortify agility spells, you know, in the moment. Let's see. Magic items, yep. Generic items, unique items. Quicksilver boots. Obviously, there's lots of fun things there. Let's see about luck again. Magic items, yeah, the fortify luck. Luck by 5 points. 1, which fortifies luck. So that tells you, yeah, okay. It's a desirous and interesting thing. Fortify. Wow, look. You don't see luck in here. That's it. Oh, that's because it's up here. Duh. Fortify luck. Okay, what? Base amulet of luck. 4. Blah, 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 blah. Fortify luck 6, 8, 10. So maximum of 10 here. And that's it. So you could, when you find this grand amulet of luck, you could skip the thief if you wanted to. Doesn't really tell you where to find it, does it? I wonder if it's the if it's something you just make, right? It's called the grand whatever of luck, but it's a crafted item that you enchant yourself and it just adopts that name. I don't know. Good question. Well, anyway, done thinking about this for now. This is sort of a back burner item. I don't want to go to Kvetch. I'm going to kvetch about Kvetch. I don't want to do this one yet because I can't really turn it in because it requires it will level my mercantile by 5, which is good if you want to level up your mercantile by 5 without doing, you know, actual crafting or interactions with the vendor. Maybe I could do this one, separated at birth. Now, one thing you need to be careful about too, before you reach level 25, you can get like lower versions of end game gear. Like there's a quest in Coral that you help like these 2 brothers, and you want to save that one until you're 25 because the piece of gear you get is one of those unique items with a special enchantment, and if you get that before level 25, it's not as good as it can be. But once you reach 25, it can never get better. What's wrong with my stomach? It can never get better. So getting it at 25 is just as good as getting it at 40 or 50 or 60 or, well, you can't get above 44, I think, right? But whatever the end level is, as far as your stats go, 25, you're golden. You can do anything in the game and everything is bound to you and cannot be improved further based on your level. So let's make sure that I can start this, but I may not finish it, but we'll see. So let's inspect this. All right, so it's a good time to go to Chadenall, which is out east, right? Yeah. So I'm going to start by going to the Imperial Prison Sewers. I'm going to assume that my inventory is okay. So gorgeous. Actually, you know what? I won't be able to do that, will I? No, because it would require crossing the water, and I don't want to do that. So let's go back to Ayleswell. I don't want to cross the river because I don't want to increase my athletic skill. But I can increase my conjuration. I want to get to 50 on this and get the headless zombie. 55, it's sort of toe dangling with, you know, a lower performance, but it's still pretty good. Anything 50 or above, to my eye, is acceptable. 60, of course, is ideal for me because my monitor is 60 FPS. If I go above that, it doesn't, I would never even see it. It would just be the lack of any missing frames on my screen is all. Because I have my, even though I have the game set to cap out at 120, I have the NVIDIA card itself capped to 60 through the NVIDIA app, which I've read is the preferred way to do it for at least this game. You don't want this game to be controlling the frame rate, you know, the max frame rate. And so far that does seem to work rather well. So who am I to question? The so-called experts, right? I thought that was a person. Tells you how dark it is on my monitor. Again, with the not selecting arrows. What is up with that? I don't like that weird lag when I loot. It's like it pauses for a moment. Well, maybe that's when it calculates what the character will have as far as loot or the NPC. I guess that's fair because you don't want it to go through all that number crunching as it's loading screens. I think these guys are Imperial soldiers, right? Let me do a save just in case. Yeah, that lag right there is annoying too. Pretty sure these guys are soldiers. Because of their armor. Nope, guess not. Shit. Oh, good. Nice. Thank you, sir. Saved me from a terrible mistake. Sorry, I do not want to hurt you. I don't want to pick your pockets. I don't want to go to jail. I'm good. Cool, we have a waypoint. That's weird. I wonder what causes that haloing on the tree. Is that because the sun's coming up? Oh no, that's because of the moon behind it. Interesting. Interesting. Wonder what they're trying to simulate there. Like a halo around the leaves or something? Oh, slow. Buffs are nice. There's the place that begins with the letter V, Vilverin. So all this to avoid having to swim from that island over to the land over there. Or no, sorry, to avoid swimming from there to there. Or from there to there. I've not even been to Vilverin yet, have I? I have a special place in my heart for Vilverin because it was the first the first dungeon I went to. Okay, there's a story there, I'm sure. That was a weird stutter. the good. Let's go ahead and get the waypoint here. That way I can come back later. I don't have to cross the water to get there quickly.
To arms! To arms!
How did she see me? Are the bandits wearing glass armor yet?
That's the best you can do! Whoa!
Remember, I can't jump because I don't want to level up my... Really?
Show me what
Can't
you've
see
got.
shit. Shit. He's moving around too much. Hold still, dude. I have it on the map, right? No. Wow, okay. I'm glad I looked. Maybe I should get closer to the entrance. That's what does it? Yes, there we go. Yay, Vilverin. The special dungeon that has a special place in my heart. So the rules of this gameplay currently, the way I'm playing it right now, is I'm not allowed to have any armor value on my gear. I can reload as many times as I need to. I can die, it's fine. There's no death penalty, it's not hardcore. But I'm not allowed to have armor. I'm not allowed to use any major skills. If I get the level up icon, I have to sleep as soon as is practicable. I can't just lock myself to a current level just because I don't want to go to the next level. And it's sort of an experiment in how quickly or how slowly you can level just by using minor skills. Because I just want to test it. I want to see the math behind it. I want to see if I gain 100 skill points in minor skills. Where does that put me, for example, as far as leveling? Get this waypoint. There we go. The other rule is I'm not allowed to fast travel somewhere that I have not yet been. So if I want to go to a city, I have to get there like the hard way first. And the reason I'm on foot, even though I could go on horse, is because I want to be able to pick things on the way. Plus there's something... I mean, if you look at some of my earlier Let's Plays, I was using a horse, but I realized I was wanting to stop too much and like pick flowers and see the sights. But it's like, if I'm on foot, then I can do that, but I can also like level my sneak up while I'm moving. So there's a benefit to this. Whoa, really? Oh, it's a timber wolf. These guys are tougher. Okay, I have hit the next tier of enemies. No longer just a wolf, it's a timber wolf. This is going to make my choice to not play with armor even worse than it already is. Maybe I should have not put heavy armor or light armor in the major skills category after all. I wonder if at some point I'll have to lower it from adept to something else, because this could get painful. But it's still a good test of enemy power, I guess. Doing this to learn new things that I did not perhaps know in the original game. Okay, there's a new one. Whoops. That would be a miss. Okay, that was a good sneak. At least he doesn't, at least he's able to be defeated just by backing up away from him in sneak mode, because he doesn't move very far when he lunges, unlike goblins who lunge like crazy and are very scary if you have no armor on. Oh. The flora, so pretty. Again, they did a fantastic job with this remake. Well, remaster, sorry. It feels like a remake. See, if I was on a horse, if I were on a horse, I'd be like, but there's shinies over there. I want to get the shinies. Okay, let's get this waypoint. Or is this the same waypoint? Oh, it no? Is it the same waypoint? I think it is. Right. Uh-oh. Caught unawares. Here, maybe if I do it from behind. There we go. It'd be nice to get the headless zombie. What is my skill level anyway? Conjuration 47. I only need 3 more that I can get the headless zombie, which is far more powerful. He also costs a lot more to cast, but when you are 50 in Conjuration, it sort of helps. Hi, guys. If I can get my my marksmanship skill to 50, then these guys might go down in one hit from stealth. Let me make sure I don't miss my turn off. I did miss my turn off. Okay, that's all right. I can go back up. Someone's probably watching this and screaming, "You missed your turn off!" Hey, but I got 2 more waypoints. So that's okay. Now that I know it, I can fast travel to it. I think I might fix one thing in OBS, and that is, whoops, not settings. System audio, filters. Let's compress just a little bit lower threshold, like 26 decibels. See if that helps to duck the audio just a little bit better, so that I don't have to yell over the game as much. Or I can just talk at a normal voice and it still does a decent job of making the game audio a little bit less. Storms. Up. Let's do a save, just in case. Yep. There's no way to dodge. I can dodge, right? I remember that I can dodge. I have to figure out how to do that. Because that would be... Oh, look at that. Chainmail. Yep, they're starting to do it. Let's grab that. They're starting to level up. This is where having marksman at 100 would help because it ignores all armor when you shoot someone. I guess I'll stay on the path until then. I wanted to go see what stone that was. Does it mark the stones on the map? I don't think it does. No, because there's a stone right in this area, I think, and it's not on the map. That's unfortunate. It would be nice. Of course, there's always UASP in the mapping system there. Oh, yeah. No can jump. No can swim. Heard music. Oh, it's a mud crab. Well, at least his health hasn't increased. Oh, interesting. No stars shine on the Doomstone. What would make the stars shine on that Doomstone? At least the deer can't see me. Even if some random bandit's like, "Who are you?" Now I'm off the path, so let's go back on the path. Even if I don't think I've missed any waypoints because they would appear as ghost icons right there. Of course, now that I'm looking at this, why is the Okay, so I do need to talk to a dude in Coral, don't I? So I'll do that, but actually after I find the Chadenal travel spot. So I've earned my way to travel there. Oops, not that. I dig this horizontal bow thing now. Vertical bows can bite it. Yay, I can turn the HDR simulation on my monitor on, and now it looks like daytime again. Now I can actually see things. You can't see it on the VOD because it doesn't affect that. Oh shit. How do I dodge? I need to figure that out. What the fuck is she doing?
Die, damn you!
She's jumping around really well. Chainmail. Dwarven arrows, yeah, this is absurd. They're leveling up the enemies very quickly. just like in the original Oblivion. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. A bandit out in the wilderness should not have dwarven arrows. Maybe if they're like a bandit in the city or something, or in a dungeon, like a high-end alien dungeon or something, or a Dwemer dungeon. I don't think there's any Dwemer dungeons here, right? That's annoying. I mean, it's nice DPS, but that's just crazy. Bandits are already wearing chainmail? Really? I want the game, the low-end game, to last longer. I like the charm of it. I like that bandits are wearing leather, as they should. It's where you get the $5,000 horse, or 5,000 gold horse. The black horse.
I own the Black Waterside stables.
The black horses of Shadenhall are the finest in all of Cyrodiil.
This is true,
None
they're very
are
fast.
faster, and only the white horses of Anvil are stronger.
Yeah, 5,000.
It's your loss. Good day.
Oh,
I own the...
let me listen to his
I could
gossip.
tell you our blacks are the fastest, toughest, most reliable horses in Cyrodiil.
It'd be funny if he just
Take care.
If he didn't qualify with that with horses, be like, that sounds a little wrong. Like, what are you selling? Junk mail. Okay, Chadenhall. Nope, nothing pickable. Let's see here. Oh God, I love how the architecture changes per city. It's just lovely. Getting 58 FPS, which sounds good. Sort of learning what things are pickable. Not seeing, you know, looking for the hand icon. Looks like it's just the shrooms so far. Which, you know, I probably need a few hundred more of these, right? Mage's Guild. Fighter's Guild nearby, I think. Maybe not. But yeah, look at these homes. This is just, I mean, wouldn't it be lovely to live in a home like this in real life? Like if this was your home with like really tall, you know, 12-foot ceilings on the first floor, 10-foot ceilings on the second floor, like a watchtower, but windows you could actually see out of, unlike these, because they're instanced.
I'm your relief.
Yes, the quest well. I remember this. I remember drowning in there one time because I wasn't ready for it. Why is my stomach being weird, hiccupy and lurchy? I don't want to start any quests. I want to finish the one I'm on. Okay, let's just explore a little bit more.
Have you ever shopped at Machna's books?
I've bought a few things at Machna's, but he's always so surly.
Boop.
Go on.
Nernroot.
Ganradel can teach you about acrobatics
Where is it?
for a price. Of course,
There it is.
she'd rather be training her dogs.
She's a very demanding teacher. You can learn a lot from her if you're willing to try.
How about that?
Safe travels.
Good day.
Let's see if there's any of these that we can actually use now. I haven't checked lately. I think I hit a couple of them. So, like, if you go find the, not the Iliad wells, but the wells to the different deities or whatever, you can come here and activate them, but you have to visit their way shrine first. So, I haven't been to Akatosh. I haven't been to Archay. I need to find them. There we go. Debella loves you. So, I don't think it gives you a buff though, right? Or does it? Let's look. I think only the one out there does. Yeah, it doesn't really give you anything. It's just a nice feeling. The one that actually does anything, I mean, maybe if you have like a debuff or something and you click this, you know, well, sneeze. So that, if you have like a debuff, like a disease debuff or a poison debuff or a magic debuff, that's supposed to heal you. But unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't work, as I found out when I got my luck debuff from doing the Ayleswell quest that one time. So I had to roll back because I just couldn't get rid of the debuff, and it was really annoying. So I took the hit the next time around, and that's why my speechcraft is 14 as opposed to 10. And why I got 4 points where I should have gotten none. So let's do some quick math. Let me look at this. Let me pull up my browser and look at my OBL tab. And I've long since stopped tracking my points per level. But let's look at it real quick. I have gotten, I can pretty much tell you. Okay, I've gotten 1 in armor. Whoops. At level 7. I've gotten 1 in armor. I've gotten 47 minus 15 in conjuration. I've gotten, I believe, 38 minus 15 in marksman, I think. I think I started at 15 there. I've gotten 52 minus 15 in sneak and 14, well, 4 in speechcraft. So let me actually move these to where they belong. Down to speechcraft. I don't know why I just put them all in a row. Did I miss one? Oh yeah, mercantile. So there's 1 point in mercantile here. I'll just move this over so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so, God, stupid. So this was conjuration, yeah. So 32 points in conjuration, 23 points in marksman. Right? 37 points in sneak. There we go. So if my math is correct, I've got 98 points, and 98 points has leveled me to almost 8. How is that right? How? Why is that happening? I've gotten no major skill points at all. It's still exactly where I left them. You can see the circles are completely empty, right? So everything I've learned so far from the official things is that I should be like level 3, not 7. I mean, that was the whole point of doing this, is so that I didn't level quickly. I was hoping to stay low level without, you know, not sleeping. I don't want to not sleep because that sort of defeats the purpose of doing this in my mind anyway. Yes, you could stay level 1 all the way to the end of the game if you just never slept. And that's, some people have done that. And you can play that way. Everything stays level 1. You can just run around and, you know, pretty soon you're almost invulnerable because you've leveled up, not your attributes, but you've leveled all this stuff up to its maximum level at level 1, right? So you're basically just a killing monster. At which point you could go back and level all this stuff up and then you know, all the enemies finally catch up to you at the end, and then now you're sort of not as overpowered as you once were. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just not sleep, right? I just stay level 1 forever. That's a possibility. That's a thing. And at that point, it doesn't matter what levels. I can just do everything and just stay level 1. But I would never get any, like, end game gear until I finally flip that switch and level up to 25, and then I can finish out, you know, all the special things that can be done. You know, the special quests, you know, Mayron's Razor, all the special amazing things, and then just stay at 25 forever, right? So maybe that's a thing. I'll have to think about that. Think about staying level 1, or maybe going up to the point where things are flipped over to the next level, right? Like stopping before the goblins are overpowered, stopping before bandits are wearing, you know, dwarven armor or glass armor. You know, it's just, it gets crazy. How did they afford that? They're just bandits. It's just crazy. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. That sounds appealing, especially if I'm gonna play with no armor for a while. I could do that until 25. Like if I'm like sort of in the background, level 25, I'd have to keep track of where I actually am. Does it even tell you? I would probably have to set a metric to go by. Like stay level 1 until all skills are like 50 or something. Yeah, this was a disappointment. Not gonna lie, this was very much a disappointment. I was expecting to be able to get much higher before hitting level 7 or 8. I'm not even gonna hit Marksman 50 before I hit level 8. Let alone Conjuration, and it's just... do I want to do it all over again? Yes, I do, actually. I have no problem playing from the sewer exit. I love the game. I love the low-level gameplay. I love when things are simple and enemies aren't, like, geared to the hilt. There's a charm in that I love. But if I were to do that again, I would start with Conjuration as a major skill. I would put all my major skills up here, right? I think. Maybe not. Maybe I'd still leave them all down here and just avoid doing these because I don't want to get to 25 and have... Okay, so the idea here is, let's assume for the moment that leveling up all these to 50 would put me at 25, because it looks like it's going to head that way, right? Or maybe leveling Sneak to 100, Marksman to 100, Conjuration to 100 would put me at like 20, you know? And then maybe light armor as well. I could move light armor down here, or maybe heavy armor down there. I'd probably do heavy armor. Because once you get sneak, I'm pretty sure what came up when I hit 50 sneak was that heavy armor no longer makes a sound. But that would at least protect me, right? You're no longer encumbers as much. Yeah, I would start out as heavy armor apprentice, maybe. I don't know. It's just so disappointing. Just a minute, I'll be right back. Bio break. What would really help is to see like a chart, like USP.net had some really good charts for like Oblivion leveling, like how much XP things would give you. Let's see here. Maybe they have done some of that. Let's see. Leveling. Let's look at in detail to see what has been figured out. Yeah, that really hurt me. The original game was basically if you have 10 transactions of any value with any number of items in the transaction, like a stack of arrows counts as one transaction, you would get a certain amount of level up experience based on that one transaction. Now it's based on the price of items sold, and I think it also counts for things bought. Maybe that also is considered, you know, by price. Preventing the strategy of casting lowest magic a spell and repeat. So it's probably good that I was casting my zombie over and over as opposed to doing the bound gauntlets. Using beds at inns and taverns will replenish the food generated on the tables. That's interesting. Okay. Well, they missed something here when it comes to the heavy armor usage. And not getting anything as far as math. I want math. Math. Yeah, how are those still in relation to each other? Does not have a direct effect on those skills' values. Yes, luck is really good. So, is this damage formula still in effect in Oblivion Remastered? Hats off to the people that do this, calculate this testing to get all those numbers. I don't have the patience. Well, I guess I do have the patience to do some of it because I'm leveling with no armor and doing some crazy things as a result, but not using the console. I've not used the console even once. That's one of my things, is I don't want to use the console. We'll look at the original. If I do like Oblivion Remastered XP per skill point. Right. I want numbers, numbers, numbers. Nope, not this numbers. Let's see here. Balance is over above all set. Nice. 957. Launch of Alpha rocket from Vandenberg. I may pause this and watch that and think more about Oblivion leveling. So I think, yeah, this is I'm going to end this stream here and go do some thinking and number crunching. So have a good day.